I love color. I'm a color person. I love trying new colors. I really believe that it affects the way that I act, the way that I think, and I surround myself with color always. Do you? I want to talk to you today, though, about how just living with color is a way of life that can really impact more than just the way that you feel, but the way that you project yourself to the world, and also the mood that takes you through your day and guides you, not just in the clothes that you wear, but in your home environment as well. So I want to talk about feng shui and the psychology of living in color. My name is Margaret Manning. I'm with 60andMe, and I welcome you here. Thanks so much for being part of this journey with me, this aging beautifully journey. We are a community of about 500,000 women now, all around the world, and we really enjoy these conversations about how to live life more fully and with vibrance and energy. And for me, color and clothing, fashion, makeup is a really big part of that. I think it's really something that we can embrace, and I love to embrace. So I talked to you today about an article that one of our bloggers, Terry Nesbitt, wrote. Now, Terry is interested in feng shui. Maybe you know about it. It's just the whole philosophy of how to design your home, the colors that you use in your home, the spatial relationships with furniture. But she wrote this article about color as it relates to feng shui. And as I was reading it, it really doesn't just relate to that. And I'm going to share with you in a minute the Pantone color of the year that's been announced, so that you can see what the trends are for 2020. And you can make some changes accordingly. It's a really kind of fascinating world. So it's true. Color affects our productivity. It affects the way that we are seen by the world. It affects our buying habits for sure. And if you're in a particular mood, you might say that you're feeling, blue, or you're feeling like optimistic. There are colors that are associated with those feelings. Your colors impact your mood, whether you feel calm or excited or energized, and it helps us to sleep. It helps us to focus. Color can be very dynamic in the way that we live our lives. Now, for example, in feng shui, colors denote energies, and there's I have my notes here. There's 9 colors associated with 9 physical spaces in your house. There are 9 physical spaces. And she talks about this in the article. Go check it out. This is a concept of a bagua. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Bagua. And it's the feng shui way of kind of mapping your house, mapping your environment. And because of the way that colors are associated, that you can use colors in each of those areas that need enhancing. So, for example, if you're in a challenge with relationships, there's a relationship corner of your house, and the grid is all explained in the article, and you could add more pink there, because pink is a color of relationships and love and positivity. So if that relationship corner of your house needs a little bit of enhancement, you can put pink there. You can put the pink color there. If you are trying to, for example, work in an office or a study area where you want some calm and you want structure and order in your life, blue is the way to accent. Maybe a blue cushion or a blue vase or something that is, that shade of blue. So she says that there's 5 elements in feng shui, and they are associated with the different energies. So, for example, fire is associated with the color red. Metal is associated with whites and pastels. The water is black and dark blue. Wood is greens and browns, and earth is yellows, tans, and earth tones. I'm reading this because I don't know these myself. I'm learning as I go here. So we paint our homes, we add accent fabrics, curtains, cushions, vases, pieces of, just treasures, and we choose them in the colors that where we have the dominant energy. So, there's been some great videos on this. Justine Leconte, who is a great fashion lifestyle blogger. She's French, and I listen to her all the time, Justine Leconte. She did a whole thing on colors, the pros and cons. If you wear red, this is the energy that you will be feeling, and this is the energy you project to the world. If you wear red, it can have the opposite. So red can be energetic and passionate and, determined, but it can also be aggressive. blue can be calming and secure stable, but it can also be a little boring and stagnant. So there's all these different ways that you can look at color. So the color of the year for Pantone. Now, Pantone is a company that every year decides what is the color that most reflects the culture, the ennui of the world, and they declare a color is the Pantone color for 2020, and then you'll see that this color will then appear magically in shops. Decor, paints, it'll just appear because Pantone has a big influence on determining styles and fashions, and it's interesting stuff. But anyway, Pantone this year decided that classic blue was the color for 2020. Now, I'm wearing the closest that I could find to classic blue. Everybody says, oh, I'm so happy that Pantone chose blue because it's my favorite color. I have hardly any clothes with blue. I had to go out and buy this top, and it's actually too small for me. So I had to just pin it together just to show you, because I don't have anything blue. And, and I'm not even that attracted to blue. But now that I look at myself in the camera, I can see, yeah, it's a nice color. I kind of like it. So classic blue is the color for 2020. And you will see this color now everywhere. And they say that it's a calming color. It's a stable color. The world is a little bit shaky at the moment, we all know, and yeah, there's just so much going on. They say that this blue is going to be a calming influence and represents a sense of peace and tranquility. And there's a quote here, it's really lovely. It says, "This blue is suggestive of the sky at dusk. The reassuring qualities of classic blue highlight a desire for a dependable and stable foundation on which to build as we cross the threshold into a new era, a new decade." So that's the color. This is it, classic blue. It's last year it was coral, and it was. I loved it. I'm a warmer color person. I loved that coral, and it was warmth, optimism, joyful, lighthearted, creative. That's what they said was last year's end of the decade color, and I loved that it was everywhere. But, maybe this is your year. Maybe blue is your color, because a lot of people do love blue. It's one of those amazing colors. And so in terms of the feng shui, it's definitely the color of stability, security, and abundance. And put this color around your house. I just noticed in my little painting, I've got the blue vase there. So maybe I'm subliminally picking it up. So in terms of feng shui, as I said earlier, it relates to water. And water is that black or dark blue, and it relates to abundance, prosperity and abundance, stability. So hopefully this is going to bring us all a great year of abundance and so on. So anyway, it's a really cool article. Terry goes into great detail about the knowledge areas of your house, how you can decide where the blue should be, where the different colors have their most powerful impact. Because as she says, and I think it is true, color is all about energy. Even wearing this color, I do feel just like I should wear pearls or something. Like I feel a little like stable, like I'm presenting at a business conference. I can see this color being there. So it's the perfect, I think, the perfect color for a world that's in a little bit of chaos right now. I think we need some peace and prosperity. And I wish that for all of you. Thank you again for being here with us. I mean, 60andMe is a big community now. We've got 500,000 women all over the world that join us on our website. But we also have an Instagram now. We have our Twitter and Facebook, of course, and YouTube. Please join us on YouTube. I can't tell you how many people are there now. We just passed 100,000 viewers. And we get about 5,000 people every month. It's just wonderful. And that's a great place to watch. We have about almost 2,000 videos now on all kinds of topics. And you can just sit down with a cup of tea at night and just watch one and get inspired. But it's just youtube.com/60andme. So thanks again, everybody, for being here. What does 2020 look like for you so far? How are you doing? How's everything in your world? What do you think of the Pantone color blue for 2020? Look forward to reading your comments and joining in the conversation. Thank you again for being here as always, and look forward to talking with you again soon. Bye-bye for now.